Everybody says record. I wibble wobble in the watershed. I sprinkle on it till the weed is dead. But then I pull the weed out because weeds are vegetables and they're beautiful and you eat them for salad.
Cook those roots.
I think we just communicated with interdimensional beings, Cody.
I like that.
So I just am going to put us back into space there because that may or may not be where they exist. Who knows?
Well, speaking of space, you can join us there anytime.
Like right now, welcome to day 4.
Close those eyes.
That scream really helped, you know? I liked screaming earlier. We screamed earlier today.
Yeah, maybe you'll see that footage some other time. But anyway, meanwhile, in space, where we can't hear a thing except the sounds of our voices. And tell us what happened last time.
Well, last time, Michal Al-Zurani intercepted from her crew that they were going to kill her. She snuck in the vent shaft and heard that from them. So she hid herself in the cockpit, and meanwhile, they're 8 hours away from the Monarch, that abandoned ship that holds the meteoroid. In the cockpit, battling defeat, Al-Zurani rips open a food pouch, starts stress-eating a burrito. She looks to the Christmas letter from her parents, touches the handwritten signature. "You're never alone up there. Love, Mama and Baba." Al-Zurani swallows her burrito with cola from another pouch. Then she begins another ship's log.
Ship's log. Commander Michal Al-Zurani, December 24, 1200 hours. Reporting status of Monarch mission and threat assessments. In the Otter's common area, at a booth, Evans casts a text conversation from his tablet to the common area TV screen, interrupting Zed's chosen film, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Fox stands to read as a discontent Zed leaves the common area. We see the conversation is with WGA's rival Paxton Hen, and key phrases: request for ETA of arrival at Moonbase, and confirm number of assets.
To hatch a plan like this, Evans, WGA's former golden child, somehow knew about those rocks before anyone else at the company. His connection to Fox seems to be through a traumatic surgery Evans underwent at age 20. Imagine being under the knife of Fox. Maybe she was a more approachable woman before the terminal diagnosis. These two are smart, so they have an endgame, but the only clear part of the plan is how we get the meteorite. How are they getting it to Paxton Hen?
Focus on the plasma screen. Moonbase. In the Otter's cargo hold, Zed climbs down the ladder, stepping back up to his AstroGeo workstation.
Astrogeologist Micah Zed apparently has a personal vendetta against WGA for a patent dispute over his geo-assessed technology. It's not a threat.
He picks up, turns on a handheld spectrometer, his invention, but with a WGA logo branded on it. In the Otter's bunk room, Park sleeps in the lower bunk.
John Park seems harmless. In my experience, means the opposite is true.
Bukowska lies awake, staring at Park.
Katerina Bukowska. If I end up dead, it will be her doing.
In the Otter's cockpit,
I need to remember why I'm here if I'm going to get through this.
she looks out the windscreen at the stars. The great mystery. Al-Zurani hits a button, ending the audio log. On the navigation panel, she sees a radar star map showing a small blip, the Otter, as it moves through space. In the Otter's cockpit a few hours later, the radar star map shows the Otter's blip continues and soon approaches a new blip, the Monarch. Al-Zurani peering from the display to out her windshield. No Monarch vessel is in sight. Suddenly, a commanding voice overcomes.
"We are arriving."
That wasn't Rain's voice. Al-Zurani, surprised, replies,
"Evans? I took your comms away. I can give them back. Confirm, are we approaching?"
Frustrated, Al-Zurani reports back.
"Negative, asshole."
Fox says,
"We're coming in. Don't try anything funny."
Al-Zurani finding a screwdriver in a toolkit, unclipping it and sliding it into her boot. In the Otter's cockpit a few moments later, she's squished tight. Al-Zurani joined by Fox and Evans. Evans is on his tablet, Fox tapping her boot, making Al-Zurani nervous. They stare dumbfounded out the windshield.
"I don't understand."
Fox sees Al-Zurani about to speak. Go on.
"Well, did you account for Monarch grabbing solar orbit?"
Fox.
"Come again?"
Al-Zurani.
"Nothing in space stays still."
Evans.
"Of course I thought of this."
Al-Zurani says.
"Your measurements were off then."
Evans.
"Impossible!"
Fox.
"You're being ridiculous, Evans."
Al-Zurani turns on the Otter's high beam headlight.
"Eyes peeled. Look for a glint, reflection off the Monarch's hull.
Alzarani keys a sequence on her console. Out in space, we see air jets on the starboard side blast, and the ship begins to rotate. In the Otter's cockpit, the ship we see has rotated 360 degrees, and all we've seen are stars through the windshield.
Shine your lights brighter. They're maxed out. I don't know. God, send a flare.
Stressed, Evans goes to his tablet, switches to his game, starts playing. Alzarani gets an idea.
We'll use the E-beacon.
Alzarani pulls up, presses a button on her console. A wide pulse of white light beams from the Otter, spreading out into space. As the light travels farther, fading away, a ding from the console, and light reflects off a ghost ship, the rust-red hull of the Monarch.
There's your ship.
Exterior space. The Otter's rooftop. We see a steel box, which contains the active shielding system, providing protection from dangerous cosmic radiation. Beyond the Otter's nose, we can see the Monarch looming nearer.
The Otter cockpit. Trio still in the cockpit. Soon the Otter's high beam catches metallic debris, storage crates in their path. Alzarani gasps, a humanoid figure adrift. As it nears the Otter, we see it is an apodal robot. Evans sweating.
Fuck! Shit! Fuck! You better pray we find something in there!
Alzarani.
Well, what?
She and Fox share a vexed look about immature Evans as he stomps away.
He's got a lot of anger.
He's 24. In the Otter arriving at the Monarch. An industrial red steel cargo vessel, the Monarch is 1.5 times the size of the Otter. A loading ramp into the cargo bay which hangs open, anything inside now a victim to space. Alzarani pilots the Otter around to gaze into the Monarch's cargo bay.
I see...
A geode. One of the prized space rocks is trapped inside, secured by a giant bungled-up net.
We have eyes on the prize. Prepare for docking,
says Fox. Interior space, the umbilical. The Otter docked with the Monarch, their airlocks connected via an umbilical tunnel. Cut to black.
Interior Monarch. Hall. The airlock door opens and Fox enters the ship, wearing a high-grade and streamlined EVA, extravehicular activity suit. She holds up her arm, seeing her ARM computer and its various readouts.
How am I looking?
In the Otter's cockpit, Alzarani sees on her console screen life support readings for EVA Suit 1.
Appears normal. Outmosts are compatible.
In the Monarch's hall, Fox idles.
Meaning you can take off your helmet. Evans, says Fox. A beat, then... She's not lying, says Evans. After a second of hesitation, Fox twists off her spacesuit's helmet and inhales. The air's stale.
O2 will recycle when I power up the Monarch.
All clear. Team on me. Park, Bukowska, suit up.
In the Monarch's hall, a few moments later, Boots step inside, Alzarani sandwiched among the team, minus Zed as they enter. Park and Bukowska wear EVAs, holding their helmets at their sides.
Park.
Spooky in here.
Evans walking down the hall toward the bridge.
Fox.
Where are you going?
To get the ship running.
Fine. Park, on me. Bukowska, puppy guard. Go with Evans.
Bukowska grabs Alzarani's arm.
Come, little puppy bitch.
Alzarani watches Fox and Park put on their helmets as they continue the opposite direction to the cargo bay. She is pulled the opposite way toward the bridge, wrestling against Bukowska.
Ha! Don't try. I've thrown a hammer heavier than you.
In the Monarch's bridge, Evans enters first and moves straight to the computer terminal at the head of the room. Bukowska and Alzarani crowd behind him, and Alzarani is quickly overpowered, with Bukowska hovering behind her. In the Monarch cargo observation bay, we are without power, and the doors here are manual. Fox uses both hands to pull open the accessway and steps into the observation bay, followed by Park. They see through a large window into the cargo hold.
Fox points to the decontamination chamber. They enter it together. Cargo hold. Darkness on either side of them. Fox. Fox treads slowly. Darkness on either side of them in the cargo hold. Fox treads slowly, leading Park to the asset.
Oh my gosh.
In the cargo hold. Darkness on either side of them. Fox treads slowly, leading Park to the asset. You feel that?
I feel something.
Invisible but palpable energy emanating within the room, and a large net meant to
Gap into space. Park obeys, takes hold of the net. It moves easily in 0G and soon unravels, discarding a large geode taller than Park. Vice gripping the geode with a hug is a second apodal humanoid robot, one of the Monarch's servants responsible for wrangling the assets from space.
Zed here. Well? We have it, says Fox,
And it has a friend.
regarding the robot. Fox pulls a handheld spectrometer from her suit's pocket, starts scanning the geode for radiation. The counter beeps.
It's beeping out of its mind,
Relax. We'd already be dead if the radiation wasn't contained.
says Zed.
Park and Fox exchange unsure looks.
Holy Bazoli.
You just went on a journey with us, and that is multi-layered, that phrasing there. So thank you so much. That was day 4 of the 12 days of Chrysalis. What a f***ing trip.